Hey, this is Grayson with the Corona support team. Today we're talking about taxes, which is arguably one of the more complicated sections of Corona, but I'm going to do my best to clear it up for you. Let's jump right in. All right, let's go over some of the basics. We have individual taxes, which go into tax sectors. Tax sectors are a tool that we use to pair to our products to tell the system how much of a percentage of tax we need to charge and which taxes need to be charged to this product. Let's go over 3 different examples. We have tax-free, which would be an individual tax that is applied to the tax-free sector. So when we're selling a bottle of water, it tells the system, we're going to charge 0% on this one because it's a tax-free product. That way the system knows what it's charging in terms of taxes, because everything needs a tax sector. We have a general sales tax, which would go into the general sales tax sector, which is another example of a tax sector with just one tax in it. In this case, let's say it's 6.5%. The last example we have is a little more complicated, and that's with something that has multiple taxes, such as tobacco. So we would have multiple taxes into the tobacco tax sector. So in this case, let's say 6.5% and 10%. It would then apply both taxes to the individual item as seen on the left-hand side. We see that there's a 6.5% tax of general sales tax and a 10% tax for the tobacco tax. This helps keep reporting of taxes, so when tax season comes around, you have all the reports necessary. All right, next up is econ zones. Sectors may differ depending on the econ zones by applying different taxes and having different percentages. Because taxes can only have one econ zone assigned to them, you may need multiple of each type, such as for tax-free or for general sales tax. To the right, you can see that we have the California general sales tax linked to that California econ zone, just as I said. Additionally, the stores are linked to the econ zones and will help identify which taxes to charge and at what percentages. Let's take a look at some of the examples of this in the Corona Studio. Both these sections can be found under settings, under sectors, and taxes. If you look to the left, you'll see My Tobacco sector. You can see that it's organized by individual econ zones, one for Nevada, one for Tennessee, and one for California. These econ zones have different groupings depending on the taxes that I want to apply to any product assigned this tobacco sector. Hypothetically, my Nevada and Tennessee stores don't have a tobacco tax, so I want to make sure that there's no tobacco tax in this sector. But for my California stores, I do have a tobacco tax, so I want to make sure that a tobacco tax that's assigned by state is going to be applied to this sector. When configuring taxes, you have to make them per econ zone. As you see in the top right, when I'm creating my general sales tax for a Nevada store, it asks for which econ zone it's going to be applied to. You can't do more than one econ zone per tax, so if you look to the left side here, you'll see I have a general sales tax for my Nevada store, and I have a general sales tax for both my Tennessee and California store as well. All right, let's put all of our knowledge together now and use this chart as a representation of how Corona works. If we were to purchase this pack of cigarettes, which is attached to the tobacco sector, we'd see that depending on the econ zone, different taxes may apply. So if we purchase this in the California store, it would have the California general sales tax and the California tobacco tax applied to the purchase. Whereas if we purchased it in a Nevada store, it would apply only the Nevada general sales tax, because in this situation, let's say Nevada doesn't have a tobacco tax. If we were to purchase a lighter that has the general sales sector, we would have the California general sales tax applied in a California store and a Nevada general sales tax applied in the Nevada store. These individual taxes may be a different percentage depending on the different percent sales tax in those states. Of course, we have water, which is attached to the tax-free sector. And while we do sell these in different econ zones, and while it should be 0% across the board, because of how the system's configured, we do need to create an individual tax for each econ zone. So we're going to have our California tax-free tax and our Nevada tax-free tax as well.